Positive outcome to a parent's worst nightmare. Earlier this week, the Winnebago County Sheriff's Office was called to a home after a woman told them her keys had accidentally gotten locked inside her vehicle and her two boys were inside the car. With this week's high temperatures, things could have got bad very quickly. Thankfully, a deputy responded quickly and was able to unlock the car and get those boys out safely. Holly Brantley is on this story with a happy ending for us today. So Holly, tell us more about how these 4-year-old twin boys became locked inside their mom's car.
Absolutely, Jeff. You know, this story is so important on so many levels, and when I heard about it, I thought we have to tell people about this. So Samantha Richards lives in Neenah. She says it was Monday. She was coming home, just making a quick trip. She ran into the driveway, pulled into the driveway, threw her keys and her cell phone in her passenger seat, made sure the car was unlocked, and then headed for the mailbox. Well, the anti-theft device on her SUV tripped the lock instead. She said she heard it, thought, oh my goodness, what's happening? Realizing the car was heating up and her two little twin boys are in the back seat. So that's when she said she ran in the house. Eventually, she got her babysitter. They decided to try to break a window. Her husband, she called him. He said, don't do that. Let's call 911 instead. Within minutes, Deputy Jonathan Cressine from Winnebago County was speeding down the road. She said he jumped into action, had tools that she was shocked to see that he knew exactly what to do, and quickly got her boys out of the back seat of that car. And she is so thankful. She said in her words, her mama heart was pounding.
A lot of relief. We were talking earlier, and I found this interesting, I think you did as well, that this happens a lot more than people realize.
Right, because if any situation, you know, especially with kids or your dog in the car, you know, or any pets, you know, what do you do if you lock your keys in your car and it's hot outside? But what do you do if you lock your keys in your car in general? Well, I found out that Winnebago County actually has a lockout system. Now, the deputy told me that he'd already done this 4 times this week, including a couple of situations where there were kids or there were dogs in the car, and those anti-theft devices are getting better and better. So that's something to be aware of. You know, he said, you know, keep your keys in your hand and be aware of what your car can do. Sometimes they do a little too much to take over, but they do have a lockout system. So if that happens to you, you can call 911 and they have tools and they're ready to help you.
And Holly, you were able to talk to these two little boys today. How did they handle this whole ordeal?
So Bo and Beckett are their names, and they are absolutely adorable. 4-year-old twin boys, that is. And their mom said that when all this commotion was going on, the deputy commented on it too separately, that they were both just chilling out in the back seat, hanging out, eating pretzel sticks, laughing like, what is wrong with you people? You know, running around, trying to get them out of the car. They kept saying, we're fine, we're fine. So this is a great story with a very happy ending, but, you know, all too often we tell these stories where they don't turn out good. So, but, you know, they were just chilling out, eating pretzel sticks, happy as they could be.
Well, lucky it didn't get too hot, and then they would have felt differently. Holly, thank you very much. Appreciate the story. Look forward to your full report coming up tonight at 5.